Hey, welcome to my Winter Wonder Folio album, and I will show you the album. Then we will be putting it all together. Okay, so I used the Winter Wonder collection from Simple Stories to decorate this. I just used one collection pack is all I had, and I didn't use any of the snow stuff. Okay, I just used winter themed stuff to create this. Okay, so there's the back. Oh, so cute. So it has a ribbon closure. And then you have a pocket here. Okay, and I just used the tags from the collection. And then it opens up. And then you have this. And you have a little tuck spot here. And then this flips open. Then this flips open. Then that. And then you have a little pocket here. And then that flips open. So then I created, this is the inside of the front cover. So I used the tags from the collection, created a pocket, and then I created another pocket here with two of the tags. Okay. So those just slide in there, and these just slide in here. So just like that. So this one here, so there's that. Very cute. Then over here, we have this that flips up, this that flips down, and then this flips up, this flips down, this flips up for that. And then this just ties back. All right. And then we have this side here. Again, another ribbon closure. This flips down. This flips up. And I did have 5 pieces of the coordinating cardstock that went with this collection. So that's how I was able to decorate this. And then that flips. So that's the album. And then it's all nice and tidy with a ribbon closure. So just like that. So this is the album we're going to be making today. All right. Now I am going to give you all the measurements. They're all wrote down. Okay. So piece A, we do nothing to it. And piece B, we are going, and I did use 110-pound cardstock for A through F. And then the rest of it is just 65-pound cardstock. Okay. So A and B. Okay. And I goofed. I didn't have no more cardstock. So one only has 1/4 of an inch. So piece B is going to go right on top of piece A. Going to line it up best that you can. I'm going to have to cut some off. That's a little, one of my pieces must be just a little bit longer. Yeah, that's almost actually too short. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, piece C, 2 of them. Okay. We do nothing to those. Okay, piece D. Okay, so A went on top of piece B, and piece D is going on top of piece C. And again, 110-pound cardstock for all of the outside elements. Okay. This makes for a stronger folio. And it's pretty strong because I, doubled the covers up. Okay. So piece D is right on top of piece C. Line it up. And these are the covers. Okay. So again, piece D right on top of piece C. Line it up. So my piece E and F, I may have to shorten those down just a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So now we have our pieces for our covers. Yep. Yeah, that one is just... And I don't have another piece. All right. So piece E and F is our spines. I'm going to set these pieces aside. Okay. So piece E and F is our spines, and they're different. Okay, so there's the measurements. So you're just going to fold on your score lines and burnish. Now you could always use washi tape on the outside or inside to help reinforce. You can use tie-back. I've even thought about using gift wrap paper to help reinforce everything, but one spine is 1 inch and the other spine is 3/4. Okay. So you're going to fold on your score lines, folding towards the bumpy side. Okay. You always fold towards the bumpy unless I tell you different. And there is one piece in here that we do fold towards the opposite side. Okay. So now I'm just going to put this up to this and just see. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably cut just a little bit of it off. Let me test this one. Yep. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to trim just a smidgen off both these. And yours may, be just fine. Sometimes we just have to trim that little smidgen off. Of course, it all depends. Sometimes if you score both your 1/2 inch on one side, if you score 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here, sometimes it will be just a little bit different. I can't remember how I scored this one. Okay, so now you're going to just barely taper up to that score line. Okay, just barely up, just up to that score line. This will allow for easier page attachment. Do this to both pieces. Don't go past your score line because it will show. It will show. All right. So now I'm going to check my... Okay, so your bigger spine, which is your piece F, is going to go on the left-hand side. Your smaller spine is going to go on the other side. Yep, I can wiggle that in. Okay, let's check this one. That one's going to be a little tight. I'm going to cut this extra off up here. See, that's how much, almost how much shorter my piece was. Alright, so now I'm just going to check my other pieces. They should go just fine. Yep. Okay. So my bigger spine is going to go on the left-hand side. And my glue is... Okay. You don't want to get too crazy with your glue. You don't want it oozing out. Okay. And then put it right up to your score line. Okay, don't go over your score line. Okay, your bigger piece F is going on your right side, or left-hand side, I'm sorry. Your piece E is going on the right-hand side, because piece F has an inch spine, and the one on the right, piece E, is your 3/4 inch spine. Okay. Just up to your score line, okay? All right. Now these panels are the same. This is piece C and D, and they're going to hook right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get these glued. Just up to your score line. Don't go over. Let's see, I can trim a little bit off of this one too. Should have done it before I attached it. All right. I'm just going to flip this around just to make it easier for me to attach. Do I need to trim this one? Yes. So really, all mine was kind of off, which was a good thing. All right. So now I'm going to apply my glue. I hope you will want to make this cute little folio. I mean, heck, it's a free tutorial. Now, I do have it on my website. If you want to purchase it for $5, you get, the construction. This will be in there. And then the written guide and the cutting guide will both be in there. And it will have decorating classes. Okay, it will have decorating classes. All right. There's our cover. Yay. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for right now. Let's get our other pieces. Okay, so piece G and H. Okay. I'll leave these up there just for a few minutes more. Here's G and piece. I guess I better keep until I get. Okay, you're going to fold towards the bumpy side. Attach your tape to the indented side. The whole thing, the tape is attached to the indented side. Okay. Now piece H has 3 score lines. I guess what I could have done. There's piece H and piece G. So I can take that off now. Piece H has 3 score lines. I fold on my first one and my last one, and then I pop that middle one up. Okay. I just pop it up. Because we scored at 1/8 of an inch interval. Okay, for piece H. All right, so let's get our cover. Okay, and you got to keep a track. Okay, in fact, I'm going to do it right now. Left side and right side. Because I don't want to get those turned around. Okay, this is your side that has an inch. Okay, so piece G and H. A second. All right, so piece G and H. Piece G is going to go on the, both these pieces go on the inside back cover, right here. Okay, so you're going to line it up, or center it from top to bottom, and right along the edge of your cardstock. Don't get in your spine area at all, just right along your cardstock for your inside back cover. Okay, so we're going to line this up from top to bottom. When you got it, take your tape off. All right, piece H is going to go on the other side. And you're only attaching that 1/2 inch. Your gusset is up on top. I'm going to line it up with my other piece. Let's make sure you're not in that gusset or your spine area. Okay. Mine looks like it's a little bit off. All right, there we go. All right. So piece G will fold in first, then piece H, because piece H has the gusset. Piece G does not have the gusset. All right. So piece I, 2 of these. Okay. So you're going to apply your tape to your dented side, fold towards the bumpy side, and burnish. This is the one piece And I think there's another one. You fold towards the indented side here. You want this flap on top. You're going to line it up. And if you have to make a new score line, so be it. And that's what I had to kind of do, because you don't want it sticking over. Okay. I am going to round this corner here. Okay. So it'll look like this. Here's your 1/2 inch. Here's your 2 1/4 inch, and it needs to be on top. Okay. Going to do the same thing to the other one. I'm folding towards the indented side on this flap. Okay. Normally we fold towards the bumpy side, but this is one case you fold opposite. Okay. And it should look like that. Okay. So let's open this back up. These pieces now are going to attach to G and H. Okay. So so this piece here is going to attach right along the edge of this piece. Now I'm just going to put a little piece of black cardstock here just so I can see my edge. And I'm just going to make sure, just real quick. Yes. Okay. Okay. So it's going to attach right along the cut edge. Now I just put that piece of black paper there just so I could see the edge of my cardstock. Okay. I might as well go ahead and put piece J up there. You're going to need two of those pieces at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Okay. So let's attach our other one. So I'm just going to use again my piece of black paper just so I can see my edge. You want your flap on top. Okay. You're attaching your 1/2 inch right along the cut edge of piece H. The other one was on top of piece G. Okay. All right. Now for piece J, there's 2 of them. And I'm only going to round one side. That's it. The other side is going to stay the other. Okay. You can do it however however you want to do it. Okay. So now we have these. Okay. So piece J is going to go right on top here. And I'm going to line it up from top to bottom. I am going to leave a little bit of a white here. Let me just use a strip of. I'm leaving just a little bit of white showing. Okay. Now, I'm only gluing 3 sides because I want a pocket on the back side of this. So I'm just going to kind of just put a little pencil mark where not to go past. Okay. So I'm just going to glue 3 sides because I want a little tuck pocket. Don't glue past your mark. Okay, so now I'm going to put my little piece of black paper back here. I'm going to center it from top to bottom. With just a little bit of the white peeking through. Okay, that was piece J. Okay, piece J. And this is piece I. Okay. This piece here was C and D. Okay. So here, I'm going to go ahead and put A and B, because we'll do a walkthrough of it when we get done here. So there's piece A and B. And this is where I done that tag pocket, was right here. Okay, that's where I done that tag pocket. All right, it was right there. Okay, let's get our other piece of, I'm gonna do my little strip. Let's get our other piece B on here, or J, I'm sorry, piece J. Line it up where I want it to go. And then I'm just going to mark where not to put my glue past. But if you would like the cutting guide and written instructions and then decorating classes, I am going to offer it. I will put the link down below in the, just click on the more section and it will bring it up. A link to my shop, and I'll have it just for $5. $5. And then that way you can keep it forever. If I were ever update it, you would get the updated version as well. So see, now we have a little tuck pocket there. Same way with, we have a little tuck pocket. Now we have this ensemble. Pretty awesome. That is our inside section. All right. Now, piece K. Let's set this aside for a minute. Let's get piece K, piece L. Let me get that up there. Okay, here's piece L and piece K. All right. So piece L has 3 score lines. So again, we're just going to score. Now, one of these pieces do not score. One of these pieces, it's just a tab. Okay, it's just a tab. So you're only going to score 2 of these pieces. Okay. There's one. So I just fold on both the first and last ones, and then I pop that middle one up. And it just pops. All right, piece K. I gotta think how that one. I think that's another one that folds opposite, because you attach. Yes. Okay. So piece K, you're gonna fold on the 1/2 inch. Fold towards the bumpy. And then you're folding it like folding towards the indented side. And again, line it up. And if you have to make a new score line, so be it. And we only need, we need 2 of these. I was thinking and I need to get my score pad tape on. Okay, you're going to, so like that. Here's your 1/2 inch. Here's your flap. Okay. Do the same thing to the other piece. You're going to fold and burnish. And then again, you're folding towards the indented side. So your 1/2 inch is underneath you, and then this flap is on top. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to cut this. There's a reason for my madness. I will show you. We're going to cut this at 6 inches. Okay. 6 inches. So I'm going to put it in my trimmer and cut it to 6 inches. All right, I'm going to double check this before I cut. Yes, 6 inches. So you're going to cut both your pieces. Okay. And save that piece you just cut off because we use it for the other side. Oops, I moved it. Okay. Now my ribbon closures were all, I done my ribbon closures from the outside. Okay. Well, this one here is taped underneath here, and then I added this. But for my book got closed wrong. For this one, I ran it underneath my cover front. Okay. I made my cover and then I attached it, and my ribbon is underneath there for this one. Okay. So it will go underneath. Now this one here, I will tell you, I just used a tag from the collection, glued it here, and then attached my ribbon. This one here is attached underneath here. Okay. So if you want to use a ribbon like I did, this is where I'm attaching these. Or you can use magnets. I'm not big on magnets. I like to use ribbon. Okay. But you sure are welcome to use magnets. All right. So now we need piece L, your 2 pieces, is these right here. That's your tab one. That's the one we did not score. Uh-oh. Where's my other one? Oh, they're both right here. Jeez. We're going to attach them right here. One at top, one at bottom. And I am just going to use glue. And 1 3/8. 1 3/8 away from the cut edge. So I'm just going to make a little tick mark on top and bottom. 1 3/8. Okay. Now I'm just going to glue these down. And I did leave, I got to make sure I just got my 3, you're just gluing down the 3/4 inch. That's it. Come on, glue. Okay, I'm just gluing down the 3/4 inch. I'm going to line it up with my little tick mark and right along the bottom. Okay, so just like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the top one, just my 3/4. You want the gusset up above you or up on top. Okay. I'm gonna flip this around so I can see what I'm. Okay. All right, so there's that. Now, piece M. I can probably take these. Piece M and piece N. Okay. You need 4 of them for this side. And we do nothing to these. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your gusset is all the way up. Oh, wait. Yeah. You're going to line this from side to side. Okay, from side to side. And I'm going to place this right along the gusset, the last gusset line. Okay, right along that last gusset line. So now I'm just going to apply my glue. You're centering it from side to side and right along that gusset line. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your other piece, M. We're just going to glue it right on top. Okay, just right on top. And there we go. So there's the bottom one. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing to this one. I'm just going to turn it sideways. Surely I can do this. Okay, I'm going to add my glue just to my 3/4 inch here. Don't apply glue to your gusset area. All right. I'll hold that down. Just right up to your gusset line and then center it from side to side. And then I just kind of line them up and make sure that they're correct. Okay, these are lined up. Okay. I'm going to open it up. Okay, this is where this piece comes in, piece L. And this is a tab. And what you're going to do is you're going to attach it. And this is where the ribbon is going to come out. So once we get this attached, before you put this piece down, you want to get your ribbon right here. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up on my grid here. If I can. I'm going to have 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go. I'm going to try and line it up. Okay, so just like that. Then this piece is going to go here, but you need to put your ribbon here first before you glue this piece down. You know what? I'm just going to paper clip that because I don't know what I'm going to be decorating this with. So I'm just going to paper clip it because I'd hate to go ahead and put this down and not knowing what ribbon I want to use. Okay, so you're just going to glue this down. All right. So now we have that, and it has a little tab on it. Okay. So now piece K. Uh-oh, where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay, piece K that we cut goes right here. You're going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. Okay, just like that. Okay, the one on the bottom goes underneath, and this one goes on top. Okay, so I'm going to line it up side to side. I'm going to kind of try and line it up with this piece right here. Okay, piece M. And I'm going to go just a little bit away from the gusset, like 1/8 of an inch away from the gusset. Okay, I'm trying to center it. Take your tape off. You want your flap on top. Flap on top, okay? Flap on top. Now I'm just going to line this piece up. 1/8 of an inch away from my score line on piece L and attach it. All right. So that's that side. Yay. Okay. So let's work on the other side. Okay, the piece that we cut off is 2 1/8. 2 1/8. So again, I'm going to make 2 little tick marks. 2 1/8. Okay, that's where I'm going to place them. Okay, so they go right here. So I'm going to line it up with my tick mark. I'm going to leave just a hair of the black. I'm not going to put it clear against the edge. I'm just going to leave just a little bit of black peeking through. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to line it up with my other piece and attach it. All right, now we need the rest of our pieces. And we're almost done. Almost done. Yeah, 4 of M and 4 of M. All right, so let's open up. Let's do our bottom one first. So piece N is going to go right here. You're going to center it from side to side. And kind of center it, you know, where this fold line is right here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue. Okay. I'm going to center it from side to side. All right, stick it down. Okay, now I'm going to get my piece M, which is your smaller one, and it's going to go right on top. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm lining this up. Let me see if I can get a piece of white paper. Okay, I'm lining it up with the edge of the black cardstock. Okay, and all right, and you'll have a little bit of the white peeking through. So now you just go ahead and apply your glue. Line it up with your piece in. Stick it down. Glad I lifted that because I had some glue coming off. Okay, so on the back side of that, your other piece M, okay, piece M, we're going to put this right on top of the other one. Okay, just right on top. Sorry, my head's probably going to get in the way. All right, so now we'll fold this down and we'll get our other piece. And see, my score line must have got put on crooked. This piece is going to go right on top. Okay, right on top. See, I have a little bit more of a gap here, so that tells me I didn't get that on quite straight. That's all right. Yeah, it's a white. All right, that one's done. So now you're just going to do the same thing with this one up here. Okay. So get your piece in. You're going to line it up with your bottom one that we just created. And I'm going to glue. Want it to go. I don't want that much white down there showing. There we go. All right. So now I'm just going to fold this up. I'm going to attach this one right along there. See, right along your piece. This piece is, okay, I'm folding this piece in. This piece, I'm lining it up with my piece in. And I will have just a little bit of white showing. Okay, so here's our piece in that we just attached. Okay. So I'm closing that. I'm flipping this like this. Now I'm going to glue this. Okay. So now I'm going to line this piece up with my edge of my piece in. Okay. All I did was flipped it down. So now my last piece M is going to go right on top. And if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, please ask. And I will get back with you. Okay. Okay, you're lining this one up right on top. Right on top. All right, so now we need to open this one and get our other piece, in. And I'll do a complete walkthrough of what we just constructed. Okay. Because we got time. It hasn't been quite an hour, 51 minutes. All right. So the top one shuts first, or is the second one that shuts. All right, so here is our album. Now, for the ribbon, I put my ribbon on, and then I decorated the front. Okay. So it opens up here. Here is where you would put your tags for your pocket, and just glue 3 sides, you know, the tags from the collection here. Okay. And then that opens up for that. So here, this flips down. Okay. This is piece, this is piece M. This is piece N. Now our little attachments for this one was that what we cut off a piece K. Okay, these white things here was piece K. All right. So this flips up or open, and it flips up. This one flips open just like this one. So N, M, and then N and M, and then ribbon closure. Okay. So then over here is we have this, then this one flips open, and then flips down, flips up. These were piece K that we cut down to 6. Okay. And this is C and D. Yeah, the top ones always come down last. See, that comes down last. The top one comes down last, and it's the same way on the other side over here. The top comes down last. Your pockets here, just close them shut. Okay, just run a bead of glue and close them shut. So now we have this. Open it up. We have a little tuck spot here. Okay, that flips this way and flips this way. And then we open up this one. We have a little tuck spot here. Okay. Then this flips this way. And then flips this way. Then you have your A and B back here. And I've done 3 tags here and then 2 tags there. Okay. So that is the end of our folio. I hope that you will make this. It's very cute. It's fairly simple to make. We done it within an hour. So we done it in 51 minutes. We made this. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, if you happen to have any questions, please ask me and I will get back with you. or you can purchase the tutorial for just $5 and you get everything inside the tutorial. Okay. All right. That closes. That closes. And there's our album. Plenty of room for photos. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be seeing you in the next video. As always, keep scrapping. Bye-bye.